The world is changing fast, but you can learn it at a slower pace.
Special English.
Please note that the following stories are read by AI, but all information has been written and verified by professional editors. You are listening to Special English. A total of approximately 41.14 kilograms of scientific samples from China's space station, spanning 23 experimental projects in life sciences, materials, and combustion, have successfully returned to Earth aboard the Shenzhou 22 spacecraft. That is according to the Chinese Academy of Sciences. It marks the 10th transfer of materials from China's orbiting laboratory. Life science experiment samples such as artificial embryos and brain organoids were transported to the Technology and Engineering Center for Space Utilization under the Chinese Academy of Sciences in Beijing. After initial status checks, these specimens will be handed over to research teams for further study. The remaining samples will be transported to Beijing along with the Shenzhou 22 return capsule. In the field of life sciences, scientists will focus on the cutting-edge area of artificial embryos to reveal how life adapts to space, providing vital health insights for future long-term space habitation and deep space exploration. For the returned samples, including novel titanium alloys, high-strength and tough steels, and relaxer ferroelectric single crystals, scientists will conduct rigorous analyses of their microstructures, chemical compositions, and compositional distributions to understand how gravity influences material growth, segregation, defects, and overall performance. The findings will guide the optimization of new alloys and the ground-based production of key materials, supporting their application in aerospace, high-end manufacturing, precision sensing, and medical ultrasound imaging. You are listening to Special English. Chinese researchers have produced the lunar soil fibers and sent them to China's space station Tiangong aboard cargo craft Tianzhou 10 earlier this month. The space journey of these fiber experimental samples is expected to test their ability to withstand the harsh conditions of the real space environment by placing them on an extravehicular exposure platform where high vacuum, intense radiation, and extreme temperature fluctuations await them. The lunar soil fibers were prepared by the researchers from the College of Materials Science and Engineering of Donghua University based in East China's Shanghai. They heated the lunar soil to a molten state and pulled it into fibers. The chemical and mineral composition of lunar soil is similar to that of basalt, containing a variety of trace elements. Fibers made from basalt have been widely used in high-end equipment manufacturing. While it is not difficult to produce simulated lunar soil based on this composition, the real challenge lies in replicating the lunar environment on Earth. To simulate the high vacuum and microgravity conditions of the lunar environment, the researchers have been conducting the study on the materials for extreme environments since 2016. They have independently designed a spinning device that replicates the lunar environment. In 2020, China's Shana 5 mission brought back lunar soil samples. Since then, the researchers used zero point 0.5 grams of lunar soil to successfully produce a fiber approximately 3 meters in length and as fine as a human hair. Given the extremely high cost of Earth-Moon transportation, future lunar research station construction will need to rely on in-situ resource. Researchers said that the potential use of lunar soil fibers is to weave them into flexible structural materials, which could enhance the strength of lunar soil concrete and serve as the rebar for constructing lunar bases. China successfully sent a new test satellite for internet technology into space from the Xichang Satellite Launch Center in southwest Sichuan province. The satellite was launched aboard a Long March 2D carrier rocket and has entered the preset orbits successfully. The satellite is primarily used for technical tests and verifications for direct broadband connectivity of mobile phone with satellite and integrated space-ground network technologies. The launch marked the 646th flight mission of the Long March Carrier rocket series. You are listening to Special English. China has built 3,272 quiet residential communities that serve more than 2.4 million households as part of a nationwide effort to cut noise pollution. That is, according to an annual report on prevention and control of noise pollution in China issued by the Ministry of Ecology and Environment, together with 10 other government bodies. The report said urban noise was largely under control in 2025, with 93.3% of monitored zones meeting national standards during the day and 87.8% at night. In 2024, the Ministry of Ecology and Environment circulated draft guidelines on building such communities, with the goal of making this designation the norm for all residential communities by 2035. To qualify, a community must meet 5 basic criteria under the draft guidelines. These include an absence of persistent, repeated noise complaints from multiple households about the same source, compliance with noise limits set for its designated sound environment functional zone, and the establishment of a formal mechanism to mediate noise disputes. Pei Xiaofei, a spokesperson of the Ministry of Ecology and Environment, noted that noise complaints reached about 6.8 million in 2025, up 938,000 from a year earlier. An increase Pei attributed to the public's growing expectations for quieter surroundings. Pei said China would draw up a new noise control action plan covering the 15th five-year plan period from 2026 to 2030. That is the end of today's program. I hope you will join us every day to learn English at a slower pace.